so what's going on here? First of all, I'm going to freeze the frame and I'm going to show you what an active 90-90 looks like, okay? So notice what's happening here. I'm not just sitting in a 90-90. My legs are both, of course, in 90 degrees on the knee, and I also have 90 degrees between my legs. Now my foot is active, meaning my toes are pointing upwards. And here are the key things that you want to notice, that you want to do actually while you do this, okay? Number one, front leg is actively pressing into the ground. So the knee is tightly pressed into the ground, okay? The back leg is also actively pressed into the ground, but what you want to try and do is kind of wedge your way towards the floor. So you want to try and sit on both sitting bones. For most of us, it's impossible, but if you wedge yourself towards the floor, you will feel an activation from the back leg more towards the inside of the hip. And this is the capsule stretch that we're looking for. Now, the third and final thing that I want you to pay attention in an active 90-90 is that I'm using my arms to press away from the ground and have my chest as upright as I can at all times, right? So I'm pressing into the ground with my legs, and at the same time, I'm pressing away from the ground with my arms. If your arms are not long monkey arms like mine, then feel free to take something like a yoga block or a small plate so you can compensate for that distance. All right, moving on to the transitions now. What I want you to see is that my right leg is pressed actively into the ground. My 90-90 is nice and active. I'm starting by raising my left leg as high as I can while keeping the right leg pressed into the ground. Then I'm leading the movement with the right and following with my left. Throughout this whole time, what I'm also doing is pushing myself away from the ground with my arms, fighting to keep the chest as upright as possible and in between the knees. This is the key part here, okay? What you will feel is this sensation of really flossing the inside of the hip, okay? Now, what I'm doing here is an unassisted transition. I'm doing the same thing, but without the arm assistance. Only do this if you've done a couple of unassisted stretches, you've done a couple of assisted stretches, and they started feeling easy for you. Just make sure on the unassisted ones that you're actually bracing your core and that you're compensating as least as possible. Notice that my heels are rooted in the ground and I'm not sliding for any direction.